Good morning, folks. This is part 2 of Rise and Shine here on Tri-County Weather Service Podcast Radio. 6:30 a.m. right now. Taking a look at a quick check at the roads right now this morning. Not too bad. We do have some fog conditions still inland, but let's take a look at the latest cameras here. You can check these cameras out on our website at Tri-County Weather Service WordPress.com. If you go there, you could get the latest on the weather conditions, the forecast, the radar, the satellite, everything you know. Just go on there and you can always see the latest on our website. Looking at the webcam right now in Sluice Point at this hour, beautiful, 14 degrees. We have a 95% humidity. The heat index is 14. No wind, no rainfall, and it looks like we have some beautiful blue skies out there. As we take a look now at Pimlico Highway 103 East, right now some light traffic out there and some dry roads. 9 degrees at this hour. Looking at Yarmouth Highway 101 North, we are seeing some fog and light traffic and dry roads. As we take a look at Meteghan Highway 101 North right now, we are looking at light fog and no traffic, dry roads, beautiful 11 degrees right now. As we take a look at Bridgewater Highway 103 South, the sun is shining. Beautiful morning in Bridgewater, and we are looking at a temperature of 9 degrees right now. Winds are light almost everywhere, so that is the great news. And it's a cool morning, but you know what? It is a beautiful morning, and we'll see that beautiful sunshine continue as we get into the next couple of days. However, the good news is we got rain in the forecast, and that's going to arrive soon. For Wednesday night into Thursday, some drink of water. Yes, that's right. A nice drink of water. Everyone is going to be cheering for that. Let's take a look at that future forecast right now, taking us out over the next 48 hours. As we get into the future cast now, we have beautiful high pressure that is in control right now south of Yarmouth that is keeping us dry. We'll take a look now and play this in motion here. We are looking at dry conditions as high pressure remains in control all the way into Wednesday evening. Then as we get into Wednesday evening, that front does come closer. The high pressure kind of moves to the east towards Newfoundland, and we'll see that cold front come through. Now, because of the gradient in pressure, we are going to see some increasing winds. So, Wednesday night into Thursday will be a breezy day. It's also going to be warm and tropical and muggy, but the rain will arrive late Wednesday evening, right around we're thinking the late evening hours between 5 and 7 p.m., but much of the day on Wednesday will be dry. The showers arrive Wednesday evening and will continue into Thursday morning and potentially Thursday afternoon. How much rain will we see? We'll take a look at that in a few minutes, but let's time that out. So rainfall arrives Wednesday afternoon or evening hours between 4 and 5 p.m. That will continue into the Yarmouth, Digby, and Shelburne, Queens area as we get into the late evening hours around 8 and 9 p.m. The heaviest rain starts to arrive after midnight. So we're going to see the light rain in the Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday evening hours. And then as we get into midnight, starting on Thursday, that's when we'll start to see the heaviest rain arrive into the Digby area. And some of this heaviest rain will dump a good 5 millimeters per hour. So a good rainfall amount. But let's continue to play this in motion as we get into the overnight hours. That heavy rain continues to move in towards Yarmouth and Digby area, potentially 10 millimeters per hour. Then the heaviest rain continues over Digby and Yarmouth as we get into 5 a.m. on Thursday morning, and that continues as well all the way into the early morning hours. By the time we're at 7 a.m., still heavy rain falling in Yarmouth and Queens area. Shelburne, a little bit of light rain, but the heaviest rain is isolated towards Yarmouth and Queens by the time we get to 7 a.m. By 8 a.m., still heavy rain towards Yarmouth and beginning in Shelburne County. And then by 9 a.m., the front begins to pull away. We're still seeing some light rain and showers into Yarmouth, Digby, Queens, and Shelburne County. So pretty much everyone's still seeing some rain by 9 a.m. And then by the time we get towards noon hour, that's when the rain starts to taper off. And we'll see some clearing skies, maybe some drizzle as well, and some fog patches. But we are going to see mostly dry conditions towards noon hour on Thursday. And then we're looking at a dry Friday before the big tropical system for the weekend. And we'll get back to that once we get into the forecast timing. So let's once again go over the timing of the rainfall here. Wednesday late afternoon into Wednesday evening, we're going to see light rain and showers. Then midnight on Thursday into the morning hours or early afternoon hours of Thursday is when we'll see the heaviest rain. And then by noon and afterwards, we're just going to see some drizzle, if anything, left over. So the rain should be done with by noon hour on Thursday. So pretty much a 12-hour event, which is good. We do need the rain. How much rain would fall? Well, let's take a look at that right now. The latest amounts predicted here by the European model shows that we could see rainfall amounts of a good 10 to 15 millimeters potentially. In fact, 20 millimeters is possible in the Digby area. A wide swath, though, of 10 to 20 millimeters is forecast. So that's a good amount of rain. We definitely need it. We're desperate for that heavy amounts of rain. Any amount would be good. So Yarmouth, Digby, and Queens, and Lunenburg, you will see rainfall amounts of 10 to 20 millimeters, which is really good. Lesser rainfall amounts, it seems to be in Shelburne County and even Queens County. I think Queens County is going to see some lighter rainfall. I think it's going to skip that area. You could see potentially 5 to 10 millimeters, and that will be about it. But it's still rain, but the heaviest rainfall, again, will be the Yarmouth and Digby area, where you could see close to an inch of rainfall by the time it's done on Thursday afternoon. Now, that's just one model. If we take a look at the other models, it would show that we'll have different rainfall amounts. For example, the Icon model is showing that we will see rainfall amounts of less than 10 millimeters for almost everyone, about 5 to 10 millimeters, except right on the coast of Digby and Yarmouth, we could see amounts of 15 millimeters at the most. The GFS model, one of the second best models, is forecasting hardly any rainfall at all. In fact, just a couple of showers, a few millimeters at best. The UCMO British model is forecasting rainfall amounts of up to 20 millimeters for the coast of Digby and Yarmouth, and up to 5 millimeters for Shelburne County, and hardly anything for the South Shores. And as we take a look at the Epridge model, we're seeing rainfall amounts of potentially up to 40 millimeters for the Yarmouth and Digby area for some parts, but most areas will see anywhere from 20 to 30 millimeters, and we'll see 10 to 15 millimeters elsewhere. The GEM model, the Canadian GEM model, is forecasting rainfall amounts of up to 15 millimeters for the town of Yarmouth, but head inland, and we'll see only about 5 to 10 millimeters. And the SSG model is showing rainfall amounts well over, it's showing some very high rainfall amounts of 30 to 60 millimeters of rainfall for Digby and Yarmouth, and up to 15, possibly 20 millimeters for Shelburne, and then the South Shores will see only 5 to 15 millimeters at best. And then lastly, the CMA model. That model is forecasting rainfall amounts of 10 to 15 millimeters. So there's a bit of wide range, but there is a lot of consistency on 10 to 15, even 20 millimeters, and that's what we're going to go on in our forecast here at Tri-County Weather Service. We're going to forecast rainfall amounts of 10 to 20 millimeters for Digby and Yarmouth, and we're looking at rainfall amounts of only 5 to 10 millimeters for the South Shores and Shelburne County. Of course, if you missed that or you forgot, we will of course be putting that into our forecast online on our website. Just go to tricountyweatherservice.wordpress.com. Alright, let's take a look now at a quick look at the hurricane tropical weather, because we are looking at, of course, Invest 98L, as I was talking about earlier in part 1. At 6 a.m. this morning, we are tracking Invest 98L, which will bring us some heavy rain for the weekend. And I was mentioning that the track has shifted back and forth between east and west, between the Bay of Fundy and the South Shores of Yarmouth. And as of now, the track is still looking at to be directly over the South Shores of Nova Scotia. As we get into the weekend, of course, we will continue to monitor this as we get over the next several days. Let's take a look at the burn forecast, because we do have some restricted burning in effect. So burning restricted is for Annapolis, Digby, Guysborough, Inverness, Queens, Shelburne, and Yarmouth. So all of the tri-counties will see restricted burning, which is from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. So if you need to do some burning, be sure to do it after 7 p.m. this evening. For the South Shores, Queens is restricted. However, Lunenburg, you are able to burn. So if you are in Lunenburg, you are permitted to burn early this afternoon between 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. If you are in the Queens area of the South Shores, you do have to wait until 7 p.m. this evening to burn. Let's take a look now at the latest weather conditions. We have high pressure once again over Nova Scotia, keeping us dry, bringing in these beautiful sunny conditions. Cold front over the Great Lakes right now will bring us some rain coming in for Thursday, potentially up to 20 millimeters of rainfall for the Yarmouth and Digby areas, 5 to 10 millimeters for the South Shores and Shelburne County. And then we're going to be dry on Friday, and then much needed rain on the weekend from a tropical system. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast now as we get into the next 24 to 48 hours in the next 3 days before we go on break and start part 3 here. So the forecast for today, beautiful sunny skies, looking at 24 degrees for your high today. Cooler on the coast, temperatures on the coast around 15 to 20 degrees. For tomorrow, Wednesday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, increasing clouds in the afternoon. Then we'll see a chance of rain and showers beginning late in the afternoon or early evening hours. A high of only 21 degrees, cooler along the coast once again with the sea breeze. Cool morning once again tomorrow, 13 degrees to start off. And then as we get into Thursday, we're looking at some rain in the morning, tapering to drizzle by noon hour, and then clearing skies for the rest of the afternoon. Warm and humid, we're looking at temperatures of 26 degrees on Thursday and a low of 16 degrees. And that is your Tri-County Weather Service forecast for part 2 here. When we come back, we'll have part 3, looking at the latest weather conditions, traffic, and your local forecasts.